Hello and welcome to the program. These are our top stories for the 30th of November 2020. Binance peer-to-peer trading grows fast in Africa after the exchange had given up on Binance Uganda a few months ago. How can Nigeria generate $10 billion from the blockchain technology? Yet another interesting question following last week's program. Blockchain Association of Kenya, in partnership with Azuri Blockchain Consultants, organizes a virtual event. Inks Nation founder Omotade Sparks, popularly known as Universal Daddy Inc., officially declared wanted by EFCC. We will be looking at how to identify and avoid crypto exit scams. And finally on the program, Bitcoin price recovery sees BTC reclaim $18,000. Now, can blockchain regain bullish momentum? Welcome to the program. This is Inside Blockchain live on Crypto TV Plus. I am Tony Obiajuru. Now, just before we get on with the conversation on the program today, following the announcement of a disappointing closure of Binance Uganda in October, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange recently released a blog post indicating that another initiative, which is Binance Peer-to-Peer, is growing fast in the African market. Titled Peer-to-Peer Merchants Facilitating Freedom of Money in Africa, the post highlighted the peer-to-peer trading program's growth throughout the year. It indicated that Binance Peer-to-Peer has processed a total of $280 million equivalent in local African currencies since March, when the program introduced coverage for the Nigerian naira. Binance also claims that the program allows local merchants in Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, Egypt, and Morocco to earn between $30 and $350 per day, buying and selling cryptocurrencies from their pairs with local fiat currencies. On the program last week, I was joined by Lucky Uwakwe, who gave us the latest position on NITDA and Nigeria on the national blockchain adoption strategy. When asked if Nigeria was ready to integrate the blockchain technology, Lucky said that the actions taken by NITDA and SEC Nigeria indicates that Nigeria is showing signs of readiness to adopt the blockchain technology. Now, speaking on the latest position of NITDA on the national blockchain adoption strategy, here is what Lucky said.
We're still at the first phase, which is around the adoption. The second phase will be more from the framework itself, and the final phase will be more of the implementation and infrastructure itself. We're still at the adoption phase as far as we're concerned. Based on from the last time or the last meeting, inputs are still being received as of today. Industry stakeholders are still making some corrections, and that's where we are as at now. Which I think was captured in terms of within their budget for 2019-2020 season. I think a lot of a bulk work of the remainder, which is around the framework itself, will come sometimes from 2021, because the year is almost out per se. So from the last time we had that meeting, the progress we've seen so far is that already more inputs have been received as at today, more corrections that needs to be done from the current document, which a lot of us had reviewed on that particular day, and then seeing how best to take it down to phase 2. We're still in phase 1, as a matter of fact. We've not really entered into phase 2 from all indication. That's where we are today.
Okay, our attention will now be turned towards how Nigeria plans to generate $10 billion from blockchain technology, and what major investments will be made towards driving crypto education in the space. I am now joined by Chimezie Chuta, who is the founder and coordinator Nigeria Blockchain Nigeria User Group. Hello, Mr. Chimezie. Thank you for joining me on the program. How are you doing this morning?
Thank you so much, Tony. I'm excited this morning. Thank you.
Fantastic. Let's just go straight into the conversation. First of all, right, I'm sure that you were present when this statement was made by Mr. Kashifo Inuwa that Nigeria will hope to generate from $6 to $10 billion by 2030. So my first question to you, sir, is how possible can this be? How can Nigeria generate $10 billion from the blockchain technology?
Okay, thank you, Tony. First of all, it depends on how you want to view this. I believe that the Honorable DG is very, very committed to the vision of the agency to leverage blockchain technology as a major tool for driving increased GDP for the country. Now, if it were to be coming from a politician, I would tell you no, he was just playing lip service. But the Honorable DG is a technocrat and he's passionate about technology, and he is really interested in seeing to it that Nigeria does not lose this opportunity to run as fast as it can with this technology at a very early stage. So it's clearly possible from that perspective, because we all have everything to gain if the necessary tools and infrastructure are put in place to make that possible. So I clearly agree with him that it's possible for Nigeria to generate even more than $10 billion. I mean, if you say $10 billion in the next 5 years, it's possible. Next 10 years, much more than that can be generated from blockchain technology industry in Nigeria.
All right. What structures can you say are being put in place to make sure that this is possible? Like, are there major investments that we are going to be seeing in the space?
Okay, fortunately, this technology is starting and is still at a very early stage, and all over the world, everybody is running at the same pace. Everybody is learning about the technology at the same time, and everybody is also trying to put in all the mechanisms that will make their regions or jurisdictions to be the best in terms of its technology application. So if we are, as a country, talking about driving the technology in such a way that it will add as much as $10 billion into our revenue stream as a country, then it's important that we also do like most other countries are already doing. A lot of the drivers currently for this technology is the ability to build decentralized applications. And whenever you want to build decentralized applications, then you begin to look for the required talents that are required to make it possible. So primarily, the highest paying revenue avenue currently is talent gap that is currently being experienced in the industry. Blockchain developers are not easily accessible currently, and very few people understand how to build on the protocol level and how to build decentralized applications using Web3 technologies. And we can tap into that industry by driving education in that direction, making sure that people are involved in understanding of the basic principles of building decentralized applications on the blockchain. Okay, so we need to put a robust infrastructure at a base level that will help the growth of that developer industry. And that's the reason why Blockchain Nigeria User Group last year launched Blockchain Dev 1000 initiative to help to shore up that talent gap that is required in that industry. We need the government to put in place strong instrument that will help in developing that educational sector. It's not just blockchain developers, but you also need to develop other talents that are required in that industry. So Nigeria can actually be a go-to source location for talent when it comes to blockchain development. I've had a couple of Nigerian smart developers work on few projects in the past, and I can tell you that if we have as much as we can actually take advantage of by the reason of our population, then we can be the key supplier environment for blockchain developer skills. Secondly, again, we need to also create the enabling environment by actually investing in blockchain innovation hubs, blockchain technology innovation hubs, where young people should be able to try out all kinds of ideas, experiment with different use cases that are applicable. I mean, use cases that are directed towards solving fundamental problems that are unique to us as Nigerians and Africans. So these incubation hubs and development centers and environments where you can try out your experimental projects is also very, very important. Then again, if you want to take advantage of what the experimentation will bring, then we need to also have funds available for startups in the ecosystem to be able to build out their products. Okay, VCs are not yet attracted to this industry on a local level. Okay, they are comfortable with startup companies that are building out traditional banking solutions and tech solutions that they already have the market for. But of course, if we have the right environment and you have the startups begin to create products, new products and services that are leveraging blockchain, in the long run it will create jobs. In the long run, it will create fresh businesses that will drive this initiative to raise the $10 billion input into our GDP. So even though I'm not privy to the Honorable DG's strategies and plans, but of course, as someone who has been involved in the drafting of these policies and roadmaps and regulation instruments, both at the SEC and at NIDA, we have made recommendations for the agency to set up what we call blockchain task force, and that task force will also be very helpful in implementing some of these things. So you have the policy, you have the regulation, then you have to have the implementation, very strong implementation. So the implementation needs to be driven by the task force, the blockchain task force, which should be put in place by the agency to help the actualization of that vision.
All right, fantastic. Now that you talked about the infrastructures that need to be put in place to aid or bring about that realization there, the $10 billion rather, in the next 10 years, and the role that needs to play in this. Let me just quickly ask you. I understand from Lucky's statements, right, that what we are seeing right now in NIDA, and especially from the last meeting, is that recommendations are still being given, right, to that particular document. And talking about partnerships here, are we going to be seeing a partnership between NIDA and the likes of you, right, the Blockchain Nigeria user group, or the projects that you have with this particular organization, to drive education? Is there going to be a partnership between NIDA and some of the stakeholders who make up the members of that strategy document?
Okay, thank you again, Tony. Of course, the recommendations that we have made is that it's important for the agency to consistently drive this initiative in partnership with stakeholders and industry participants. So we expect also that is either the agency is initiating and inviting the stakeholders like us to be participants, or we are initiating and we are getting the agency's buy-in to become part of it, because none of these things can be achieved in silos. Okay, so it's important that we play together. All the ecosystem partners, ecosystem community engagement forums will have to be involved in making this thing to work. So I cannot tell you exactly if that partnership is already there, but it's something that is expected, and I know that the agency will have no challenge at all to jump in on that opportunity.
Okay, before I let you go right there, Lucky, how far are we with having most of the strategy framework that has been created, being adopted in Nigeria?
Okay, so the very first thing that we need at this time is that policy direction. Policy is a driver for every other thing that you're talking about. The policy is the driver for the regulation. The policy is the driver for the framework. Okay, so without the policy, really, you don't really have anything. So, and it comes as a presidential assent. And as soon as that presidential assent is appended on that policy document, then we'll expect that the frameworks for regulation and strategy for driving adoption will take off with it. So I know that it's because the agency wants everyone to be carried along. That's why it's being delayed. So there's no hurry, because you can't go back to change that kind of policy so easily. So they are allowing enough time, they're allowing enough contribution from stakeholders, from everyone that thinks that he has something to say or have an input to make. They're allowing that sufficient time so that everyone will have made their input, so that when that policy document is assented to by the presidency, then we are ready to go. So I don't expect that to happen this year, because this year is already off. So early 2021, I expect that we'll be on that boat and ready to sail.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly what Lucky talked about there. You know, the next year, as a result of the fact that this year is already gone. So, Lucky, tell us about Blockchain Nigeria User Group. What have you guys been up to so far?
They're not Lucky.
No, I'm referring to Lucky. What Lucky said in that short video we mentioned there, that he said most of the implementation plans will be done next year. Yeah, so and that is what you're also saying as well. So like the synergy there, that's what I was talking about. So tell us about Blockchain Nigeria User Group before I let you go.
Blockchain Nigeria is yes, this has been a very active community of developers, enthusiasts, traders, blockchain engineers, investors, policymakers, and all that. So we have a lot of quality people who has been in the industry for a long time, for the purpose of growing in the industry. I'm not talking about the hit and run participant who see the industry as an opportunity to come and make money off and dive out. No, we are talking about people who are committed to the growth and development of blockchain technology, including crypto asset technology in Nigeria. So we have been involved in driving this adoption at different levels, whether it has to do with government or on individual level. We have contributions from this community that is so evident that anyone anywhere in the world knows the impact of what the organization is doing. So we will not stop. We will continue to do that. There are a whole lot of things that we have in stock that are going to be rolled out very soon, and you begin to hear about initiatives, especially as it regards this blockchain adoption strategy. The community has its own plan on how they want to partner and have a buy-in from the private sector and the agencies of government that are relevant to help the agency NIDA to achieve this vision.
You talked about plans that we should be looking forward to from your organization. Are we going to be seeing anyone before the end of this year?
Well, the year is already gone. The year is already gone, and we will be happy to close the year in a lighter mood with different agencies. I know that we'll be celebrating with Crypto TV Plus also, and the rest of the community will have social engagements before the year runs out completely. But of course, we'll kick-start next year with key projects and vision that will drive this industry even further than where we are today.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Chimezie Chuta, for speaking with us on the program this morning. At this point, I'll have to let you go. Okay, we are going to take a breather right now. We'll be going on a very short break. And when we come back, I am going to be joined by Gil Odongo, who's going to be telling us about the partnership between Blockchain Association of Kenya and Azuri Blockchain Consultants to organize the virtual event that is coming up sometime next week. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Oh, hi. I'm a smart investor. I dare say that because I understand the cryptocurrency markets and I am up to date on every new development, fintech and blockchain ecosystem. All because I watch the Inside Blockchain show on Crypto TV Plus. Every Monday morning, Crypto TV Plus brings you news headlines of top stories, interview with an expert, and give you detailed market analysis to enable you make the right business moves. Now you too can become a smart investor if you don't miss it. The Inside Blockchain show, only on Crypto TV Plus.
Great opportunities are presented to us every day. But sometimes we miss them, living a life of regret and what ifs. Opportunities come but once, or maybe not. Now, a digital money revolution has come to Africa. Wealth is no longer for a selected few. Money has been redefined. Introducing Tatcoin. Tatcoin is Africa's utility token that gives you access to a life of endless possibilities. You can shop, buy real estate, travel, invest, and build wealth. For more information, visit www.abitsnetwork.com.
Have you heard of the first crypto comedy show in Africa? Now you've heard.
Where you get updated, educated, and entertained
On everything blockchain and fintech.
Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at Crypto TV Plus.
Do not miss Crypto Roast every Friday, showing on Crypto TV Plus.
All right, welcome back. In case if you're just joining us, this is Inside Blockchain live on Crypto TV Plus, and I am Tony Obiajuru. Thank you so much for staying with us. In partnership with Azuri Blockchain Consultants, Blockchain Association of Kenya will be hosting a virtual event on blockchain technology from an intellectual property perspective. Now, the session will be hosted by Gil Odongo, member of the Blockchain Association of Kenya and advocate of the High Court of Kenya and member as well of the Institute of Directors of Kenya. This event is scheduled for the 5th of December 2020, 10 a.m. GMT plus 3 East African time. Gil Odongo joins me right now from Kenya to give us more updates on the virtual event, the partnership, as well as what attendees should expect. Thank you so much, Gil, for joining me on the program. How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine, thank you, Tony.
Okay, fantastic. Tell us about the partnership between BAC and Azuri Blockchain Consultants.
Okay, thank you very much. So Blockchain Association of Kenya is looking to partner with different people in growing the blockchain space, the crypto space, and all other technologies around it. So Azuri looks at working especially with different companies who want to either launch something, or we're looking at education. And we're also looking at working with different groups who will not hear a lot about this. So this particular one, we're looking at educating Kenyans on how to protect themselves, more so from an intellectual property perspective. So if they develop different products, how can they protect themselves? What areas do they need to look at? And how can they work and collaborate with different people around the world? So Tony, thank you. That's the main aim that we're looking at.
Okay, that's an interesting partnership right there. And this partnership definitely is going to be organizing a virtual event coming up. Tell us more about this event.
So we will be working with a blockchain specialist. More so, she is confirmed and known within the intellectual property space in Europe and has been certified as a blockchain expert. So what we're looking at is how do developers work if in Kenya, out of Kenya and around Africa to protect themselves and in Europe. So she'll be looking at the processes. She'll be looking at the laws around what happens. She'll be looking at if you want to go into partnerships, what kind of agreements will you be looking at? And if it's a patent or trademark, how then do you best protect yourself? So we tend to find that blockchain is moving so fast and the law is not keeping up with this. So we would like to also educate and look at how we can work with our regulators in protecting our people with the brilliant ideas that are coming out, because blockchain has made sure that we do not have boundaries, but we have a community. And how does that community work? And how does the community collaborate with others? Thank you, Tony.
Okay, that was a quick one there. All right, so what should attendees expect, all right, from attending this virtual event? I understand it's going to be done on Zoom.
Yes. So the event is open to everyone. We're hoping that apart from lawyers, practitioners will also look at this. And we're also hoping that developers will look at joining us. We expect a fun educational seminar. And we pray that we will start opening the space where people can start having conversations around how to protect themselves. We also expect people to just educate on what is intellectual property, because you will find that we don't understand what our rights are and the things that we need to look out for. So if somebody is developing and you want to partner with somebody in a different country, how does that work? Or you want to partner with a bigger corporation, what should you be looking at? What are your rights? What are their rights? And how much, even from a fee perspective, to make sure that people are not marginalized in any kind of arrangements that we will have. So we really expect that this is going to be the beginning of a couple of series on this area. And apart from intellectual property, we would like to also work with people on different areas within the blockchain, because at the end of the day, regulation should be at the forefront of this. And working with the blockchain of association, hoping to also formulate or educate and work with our regulators in the areas that we would need to look at. So Tony, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Gail. Now, apart from this events coming up, just before I let you go, what other things should we be expecting from this partnership going forward? Are we going to be seeing any other events probably before the end of this year? And what more should we be expecting from this partnership?
So Tony, thank you very much. So one of the events we had was, we look forward to having more events. And I think we're looking to do more virtual education. And we're also looking to do consultancy, but from a learning perspective with different companies. So watch the space and we will advise on what we will be doing. Thank you, Tony.
All right. Thank you so much, Gail, for joining me on the program. And I'll just have to let you go. I would look forward to this virtual event coming up, and make sure that I get as much people that I have as friends, to participate as well.
Thank you.
All right, moving on. Right now, we are going to be hearing exclusively from Dominic, who's going to be speaking with us shortly on the latest development as it concerns a crypto project. So still to come, Inks Nation founder Omotade Sparks, also known as Universal Data Inc., officially declared wanted by EFCC. We will be looking at how to identify and avoid crypto exit scams. Also, quick Bitcoin price recovery sees BTC reclaim $18,000. Can BTC regain bullish momentum? We are going to be finding out shortly. Let's just go on this break, and when we come back, I'll be bringing you more details. So stay tuned.
Have you heard of the first crypto comedy show in Africa? Now you've heard.
Where you get updated, educated, and entertained
on everything blockchain and fintech.
Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at Crypto TV Plus.
Do not miss Crypto Roast every Friday, showing on Crypto TV Plus.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has officially declared the founder of Inks Nation, the project behind the controversial pink coin, wanted. Now, according to details that can be found on EFCC website, Omotade Sparks, popularly known and addressed as Universal Data Inc., is wanted for obtaining by false pretense, names dropping and fraud to the tune of 30 million naira. While claiming to have floated an online digital currency known as pink coin. What effect does this have in the crypto space, and how can we identify and avoid crypto exit scams going forward? Joining me now on the program to give us answers to this question is the founder of Vorem, Dominic Rumem. Hello, Dominic. Thank you for joining me on the program. How are you doing this morning? Okay, I'm not sure I heard what you just said there, Dominic. Can you take that again?
I said I'm fine. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you. All right, so let's just get on with the conversation then. What we are discussing basically, right, is how crypto exit scams rather can be identified and, you know, prevented in the space. But first of all, before we get on with that, let me get your reaction on this latest development with Inks Nation. What do you think about this development?
This particular development has actually left me speechless, because you see, one of the ways, I don't know why humans would be unfair to other humans. You see humans that prey on the intelligence of the common man, the intelligence of people that are gullible, and because they want to earn fast income, some very smart tech guys just prey on their intelligence, which is very wrong, which has also given cryptocurrency a wrong branding in Nigeria. If someone walked up to me at my street and then showed me something, because he knows I'm into digital currency, and said, they told me to pay, I think about 12,000 something. The guy is a mechanic, like 12,000 something, and I will get some money and pin coin and all that. I just told him that you should be very careful, because this thing is a scam. On Saturday, when I went for a wedding, I saw that Inks Nation. If you see the banner they put a very long banner, and then they put stock images that are not for real people there, and then they try to use it to lure people into that thing. This has actually given cryptocurrency a wrong branding in Nigeria, because Bitcoin, which is a major cryptocurrency, is just a medium of exchange. Like Naira is money, and they use this particular currency to perpetrate evils on their evil platform, and it has given us a very wrong branding. This is a narrative that we are looking at changing, and that's why we are providing education right now to the grassroots. If you look at it, we've been able to try to see how we can go, like what we did last year with the campus BCAT University, that we went all around Nigeria, sanitizing about the business opportunities and the career paths available with these cryptocurrencies, and not betting on the fast exit scams that are on platforms that people want to use cryptocurrencies to do or perpetrate. So for us, I think this is an extremely wrong development, and it's something that we need to curb. And as members, someone as member of the CBAN, which I think there was a time in CBAN we raised this particular issue. A friend of mine, Senator in here, he also gave a publication out for this particular Inks Nation, warning Nigerians about the adverse effect that this can possibly cause in the shortest space of time. And I tell you today, it is just sad that the warning that...
all right, I get... Yeah, Dominic, I understand. I can feel the emotion there, you know, with which you're saying, or with which you're telling me how you feel about this development. But let's not just get so carried away and far into that. Let me just quickly ask you, what is the ripple effect of a development like this within the space? Does it have a negative effect? And how much negative effect, you know, does it have going forward?
Okay, yes, it actually has a very negative effect. You know, money is emotional. And then I've seen fathers, mothers do a lot of things to their own blood because of money. And when you lose money, see this money that's on this screen. If I tell you that, Tony, after this particular call, I'm going to send you $500,000 or $1 million. You get connected to me emotionally for a very long time. And when people lose money too, that's how they disconnect development. It recedes the technology back. That is one ripple effect. Because when we try to teach cryptocurrency, we get this particular feeling of MMM everywhere around people's mouth. And because of that particular bad experience that they have with platforms, it's also reducing the way we can develop the fintech industry in Nigeria. And if we don't change this narrative very, very fast as a body and as a people, it will give us what we've been experiencing a couple of times when with security regulations, with some political and all those things. It gives this particular bad ripple effect for what? For cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency, I tell you, just like it is a global topic, it is one that we need to.
Okay, Dominic, it's appearing as though we are losing you gradually. Like probably your head is going away from the camera. You might just want to adjust your camera a bit to get your full face so that our viewers can be able to see you very well. Thank you so much for that one. Just before I let you go, let me just get your reaction as well to what can be done, right, to be able to identify and prevent exit scams in the space, to prevent something like this from happening again. What can we do and how fast should it be done?
I think we can quickly set up a body that's, especially for members of the blockchain.
Okay, Dominic, it seems your video camera is turned off. You might want to turn that on so that we can see you. Is your camera up?
Okay. Yes, it's up. Can you see me now?
Turn on your camera. We can't seem to see you.
My camera is on. Can you hear me?
Okay, it seems your camera is upside your camera is upside down.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I think it's better now, much better. So we can just continue. Just make sure that it's getting your full face from your chest level to your head.
Okay.
All right, so let's just get on with the conversation then, just because of time. So back to what you were saying. What can be done basically to avoid something like this from repeating itself again?
Just the same way we did with COVID-19, right? We can quickly start sanitizing the people. We can quickly set up a body that is responsible for checkmating these particular investment schemes and people that promises high yield return. That's how we can check, give the information and warning out whenever we identify one, and make it a viral news for even the common man. Unfortunately, the common man does not really visit internet, and it is the common man that they have these particular schemes directed towards. So I think we should start from grassroots education as we have done, and also set up bodies that can quickly checkmate this particular space in terms of investment. For what? For people that are new and newbies that are getting into it. Like we had one that happened with Cryptstone a couple of years back, and that particular one was not really good. So let's set up bodies like that quickly checkmate it and bring justice down to anyone that is found perpetrating this particular act. Let's be committed to giving justice to people.
Okay, I believe EFCC are actually on top of this matter, as we speak, and according, what is obtainable on their website. I will just quickly go to our Facebook chat box, the comment section there, to get a quick reaction from our viewers, what they think basically about, this turn of events or this major development. Now, here is from Adeleke Olamide. Now, Adeleke is saying that the likes of Pincoin, Forsage, Million Money are giving the crypto space a bad name, and people don't want to learn about cryptocurrency and blockchain. Thank you so much, Adeleke, for sharing your comments with us. Just before I let you go, Dominic, how important, is it for us to drive the right education, even in the midst, of exit scam projects?
It is very important for us to drive this particular cryptocurrency education. I want to state this, that even the EFCC, they need professional hands. At the moment, the EFCC, they need professional hands. The EFCC needs to come and approach the Blockchain Association of Nigeria. For them, like personally, I myself am a certified blockchain architect. And I tell you, tracing some of these exit scams, you have to look for a lot of hash codes, and this particular competence needs to liaise with tech bodies like ours for them to quickly get that particular education too, and then be able to also deliver a right justice.
Okay, thank you so much, Dominic, for turning up to share. You give us your feedback or your reaction. Thank you so much for joining me on the program. I'll have to let you go around.
Thank you very much too.
All right. Bitcoin price dropped severally in the previous week, falling from $19,500 to $16,000. However, it reclaimed $17,000 and $17,000 and $18,000 eventually within the space of 2 days, and that is Saturday and Sunday respectively. The primary question here is whether the correction is over or not. Has BTC reclaimed the crucial level that will support further upward momentum? We find out now as I'm joined by our market analyst, engineer Edward Igbera. Eddie, thank you for joining me yet on another session of the market analysis segment of the program. How are you doing this morning? I can't seem to hear you, Eddie. Can you take that again?
All right. Thank you very much, Tony. Good morning. So you're looking good.
Oh, thank you so much. Good morning to you too. So we saw BTC from 19,500 drop to $16,000 in let's say within 2 days. I think an hour, a day or less, and we also saw it reclaim $17,000 and $18,000 eventually. Can you help us understand the reason for that fall in price, that drastic, unexpected drop in price from $19,500 to $16,000? And why are we seeing Bitcoin reclaim $17,000 and $18,000?
All right, thank you very much. I don't know if you can hear me, Tony.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, very well. We know how it works here in the crypto space. There's no way a price of a coin, especially like Bitcoin, will just keep going in one direction. Okay, even if it's in a bullish market, it will always find a way to retrace, and there's a need for it to go back. Then it will come down, gather some momentum, and soar its way up. But otherwise, you see a drop. So I'm really not surprised that we are experiencing this. Now the question is it going further from here, or is the other way around?
All right. Thank you for asking that question already, because that is the next question I'm going to ask you. Have we seen it reclaim the amount that it needs, to continue the bullish run or the rally that we saw earlier in the month?
Okay. Thank you once again. If you look at the coin market cap right now, there you have of the cryptocurrencies listed, about 7,000 of them. The moment Bitcoin is $18,500, $18,587, looking at coin market cap. Okay, and of course we see all of that, and the dominance of Bitcoin is over 60%.
Okay.
Now, Bitcoin is going to do pretty well. Okay, from what we're looking at in our community. Okay, I'm going to talk about that. Bitcoin at $18,000. I'm seeing Bitcoin going to. I mean, if it breaks the 19,000 mark, 19,300 price, if it breaks that price, expect Bitcoin to move further to about $20,400. Okay, now if that happens, we'll just be seeing some good movements in the upward a trend for Bitcoin again.
Okay, I can't see.
I can't see. No, so
hello, Eddie. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes. The network is actually breaking your communication there. Can you hear me now? Right, loud and clear.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you too.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Now I've tried to make you understand that the price of Bitcoin right now is $18,500. Okay. Now, if it goes higher than this and gets to 19,300, expect a further break to $20,400. Now, if it goes beyond that, well, we'll just see some little up movements in Bitcoin price. Talking about some great movement. Again, that will still be a spike. All right. I'm saying this for cryptocurrency investors, especially those who are investing in Bitcoin. Now, what the algorithm of our community is saying, talking about Tonoit, okay, which you see right now at my back. Now, our community is looking at a different mentality because our algorithm is still pointing downward. Now, whatever is playing out right now is still a spike. So that if you find yourself making some good profits in this space right now, you need to take a major fund, a major part of your portfolio out of the market, allow a little to go with this movement, because what is coming is going to be very deep going down. So don't get carried away with what you are seeing right now. For me, again, according to our algorithm, not just saying based on technical analysis or fundamental analysis, okay, but technical analysis, from what I've told you earlier, is going up. But from our algorithm, we are seeing a down movement.
You know,
so
it's
if
actually,
you must enjoy what is happening now, so take a little of your funds to do that.
Yeah, it's actually interesting to hear you. You know, each time I have you up for this segment, you make sure of the fact that you drive home the importance of being careful, you know, especially as your algorithm is stating that we are experiencing, or we are going to be seeing, a downward trend instead of an upsurge in price. But if I got you correctly, Eddie, you said that if Bitcoin goes beyond the $19,300 mark, which is its all-time high, not the all-time high, like the recent all-time high that we saw, we should expect it to hit and go beyond $20,000. However, you stated that traders, investors should move out a good chunk of their money, because what you're seeing based on your algorithm is that we are going to be experiencing a dip. Is this correct?
Absolutely, Tony.
Okay, so quickly now, where do we go from here? Because I saw on the news, or it was reported, that a whale, I guess, moved out, all right, a bulk, like so much of his money from Ethereum to Bitcoin. And probably that is the reason why we are seeing it regain its momentum back. But what is the way forward from here, as the price stands right now in the market at 18,500?
Very well. I'll respond to that this way. Now, you need to understand that I'm saying this not for short term, I mean for long term, especially if you are a long-term trader or an investor in the crypto space. Now, I've given you a clear direction of what will happen in the space in the next couple of days, couple of weeks, and couple of months. Okay, it will not happen just like that, but that is what we are looking at. Looking at from the technical standpoint as well as the fundamental standpoint, just what you just talked from what you just talked about now too. There are some ways moving money from Ethereum and other cryptocurrency, altcoin, to Bitcoin. Okay, we'll see all of that playing out from what I just said. But again, we have an algorithm that have been for 3-4 years now. Okay, now the algorithm is giving us clearly, okay, what will happen, the price we are going to. These are some of the things I will not just be saying out here, because it's actually a very closed algorithm, knowing fully well that this is a public space. Okay, so I won't just be throwing out everything that algorithm is telling us right now, but at least I've given you where we are heading technically. Okay, I'm also, looking at technical analysis, I'm also giving out to what we are going to. Okay, from the fundamental point standpoint. But from what algorithm is saying, again, it is contradictory for what I just said now. Yes, exactly. Yes. So how deep is it going from what our algorithm is saying? Well, that is only closed, okay, to the members of the community to know it. All right, because the algorithm has actually been helping. When Bitcoin at the price of when we were told in 2017 that Bitcoin was going to 100,000 and co, in our community we were told at 90,000 plus that we should get out of Bitcoin. Again, Bitcoin went down to $3,000, and many were scared that Bitcoin was a bubble that was going to burst, and many were becoming scared from the news and all that. Again, our community talking about to know it gave a clear direction from what the algorithm was saying that we should buy into Bitcoin. All right, many bought into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin moved from that price to $12,000. And from $12,000, again, the community members were asked to step aside, that Bitcoin was going to drop. All right, and it happened a couple of weeks ago. Okay, almost a month now. We're told that Bitcoin was going to get to around this price. Guess what? It played out again. Now, that alone is enough. Has given me enough reasons to trust the algorithm that we use into know it, okay, which have been used in oil and gas sector and several other sectors, and it's playing out well for us as members of this community. So okay. I can't really give you how deep we go, but I can show you that it's going to be an opposite movement from what we are saying.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Eddie. Now let's look at the other altcoins in the market, and with specific or key focus on the cryptocurrencies that people should look out for this week. So can you just point us towards some currencies that probably you feel will be having a good run this week?
Okay. Thank you very much, Tony. The truth is this. Whatever is coming from me here, please take it more closely, like a long-term advice or a long-term discussion. Let me not call it advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, so let me not call it advice. So whatever is coming from here, now take it more for long-term. We're looking at Ethereum. Before I go into the altcoins, if you look at the whole trend, right, and you see that virtually all the coins, talking about altcoins, they follow the trend that Bitcoin creates. All right. So when Bitcoin move, they move. When Bitcoin go the other way, they follow. Now, little by little, and it has started playing out already, and it will become more and more clear in that direction. What am I saying? The altcoins are going to break away, all right? They're going to form and create their own pattern. They won't follow the pattern being created by Bitcoin anymore in the next few years from now. And they are going to grow and grow very big, just like the FX market. I mean, we'll be looking at trillions of dollars playing in that arena. Okay, so if you love investing in cryptos, I think you need to take this very seriously, because altcoins are going to win at the end of the day. Yes, we know Bitcoin is the mother of them all, but altcoins are going to form their own pattern and soar very well. So looking at Ethereum, okay, Ethereum going above the price we have right now. The moment Ethereum is 584. Okay, so we should see Ethereum since it's still following a pattern being created by Bitcoin. Like I did mention, little by little they'll be breaking away from that pattern and they will form their own pattern. But at the moment they are still very close. Okay, there's no the divergence is not so wide. Still following Bitcoin. So Ethereum at 586 right now. Okay, on CoinMarketCap. We see Ethereum as Bitcoin goes up. We see Ethereum going to at about around 600 and over $600, maybe 690 something or so. Again, from the analysis standpoint. Now, when Bitcoin starts taking the reshape that we are seeing right now in our algorithm, Ethereum and Co have no choice because they are still following Bitcoin. They will also have that tone. So whatever I've talked about Bitcoin will short play out with others, at least for now. Or later, the pattern will differ. So they will create their own pattern. So another coin we're looking at is Litecoin. Okay, I remember when I first came into this community to know it, Litecoin was experimental for me. All right, with that, I was able to make about 500% movement in a couple of about two months, plus or minus 2 months. Okay, simply because I followed the algorithm. Okay, so Litecoin is still doing well, and we should look pretty in that direction of Litecoin. Then another coin is BSV. Wow, yes, BSV. So BSV is one coin that we should look closely at. Permit me, I won't be able to give you the price. Well, I heard for PSV, but I can say that we should look in the direction of PSV. Okay, all right. So if you don't mind, then I will look at NEO. Okay, NEO is also one coin that we should look at closely, and then there's ZIL, ZIL. So ZIL. So these are a few coins that are my pick. Yes,
all these coins are long term. That is what you're saying. So it is important that we reiterate that as well, that they are long term, for the long term rather. Right, Eddie?
Yeah, very well. Because why I'm talking to regular traders, I know that investors are also interested in what we are sharing here.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. Before I let you go, Eddie, let's just get your reaction as we are coming towards the end of the year. What is your general concern about the crypto market in general, like your major concerns? Do you have any major concerns that you have, even as we are coming towards the end of this year, 2020?
Yeah, well, thank God, 2020 has been a fantastic year. Despite stocks affected, but cryptocurrency, Bitcoin find its way to stay up there. One major thing that has been affecting it the American election. Take it, okay. When us already know when it will be announced officially, we're going to see some very challenging movements in the crypto space. Okay, that's why that's some information I'm holding back, because I know very well that this is a public domain. So I'm holding back some very critical and key information. So few weeks from now, we're going to see crypto come to follow our pattern. All right, follow our pattern, which is the opposite of what we are seeing now. But I can tell you that immediately that plays out, what is coming next, immediately after the dip that algorithm is showing us, immediately after that, what is coming out is mind-blowing. It can actually start at the of the year, but just into the mid, it is going to play out. So you need to be in a corridor. You need to be around us, talking about the Tonoit community, so you know exactly what to do at every given time. So that when it's time to be up there, you are up there. When it's time to quickly get out, you will quickly get out. Yeah, or something good is actually on the way. Okay, for crypto believers.
Okay, thank you so much, Eddie, for joining me on the program, especially the market analysis segment. I've actually gotten reviews, people always telling me that I should always bring you back for this segment, as they always enjoy the segment. Yeah, this is one segment that I love so much, especially as we look at, the performance of major cryptocurrencies and altcoins as well in the market. At this point, Eddie, I'll have to let you go. I'll be seeing you next week.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, great. And that will be all on today's program. You can get more market updates and all the happenings captured within the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency on our website, www.cryptotvplus.com. Follow us on social media at CryptoTVPlus to get daily info on our programs. This week, Wednesday, we're going to be having our AMA series with a very special guest. So watch out our social media platforms to get updates as well. While on Friday, you know what happens on Friday by 9 p.m. GMT+1, we have Crypto Roast with the phenomenal SON and Azuri Pop. Thank you so much for staying with us. I am Tony Obiajira. I'll see you next week. Until then, keep taking profits.
Have you heard of the first crypto comedy show in Africa? Now you've heard.
Where you get updated, educated, and entertained
on everything blockchain and fintech.
Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at Crypto TV Plus.
Do not miss Crypto Roast every Friday, showing on Crypto TV Plus.
AMA series airs every Wednesday by 4 p.m. GMT+1. Showing only on Crypto TV Plus.
Have you heard of the first crypto comedy show in Africa? Now you've heard.
Where you get updated, educated, and entertained
on everything blockchain and fintech.
Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at Crypto TV Plus.
Do not miss Crypto Roast every Friday, showing on Crypto TV Plus.